Development our God from vision to be the end is surely Democrat Ghana our strength unity from vision to be the end
Yentia, Yepese, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Esan Babimun say, or no, or Abadaye, Edema, or Mangana.
Mahama Mreno, me 2 by 600, me 2 motu, and then me 2 by 1,000. Mean to me, uncle to bicycle cry.
Senior high school, sir, Papa Nebesi, ye. There be a subbe, Obi Yale Obeda Crano, Sabina Eden, but Papa no at me a forso, I'm a son on the 13th May, no. And we are no mestres about Bibiara wono, Yaba sorry waka. Now Yakwa to abano in numbers.
BMP 50%.
Development our God from vision to be the end is surely Democrat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You can retire to your seats. Near judging. To ya barka ya. May I call on Alhaji Suleiman Zentang to come and give us an opening prayer. Malam Wapuekuti, Alhaji Suleiman Zentang, Vice Chairman, come and give us an opening prayer.
Sallu ala Nabil Karim. A'udhu billahi bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in ihdina siratal mustaqim siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Muna dia kuti juno te banatin so ndana muna duohu manna la so ndana muna alaku kala sunka ndana muna benka dambu anin pegambu abi MPP nga muna bla kuti. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Tabbat yada abi lahab wa ma agina anu malu wa ma kasaba sayasla naran zatal hab wa muratu hammalatul hatab fi jidiha hablum min masad. Muna benka sambu ku kwabayenga muna kuba jarbo. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim wa barakta ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidul Majid. Sallu ala Nabil Karim. Allahu Akbar.
Thank you very much, Malang, for that powerful prayer. Without wasting much time, may I humbly invite our constituency chairman, the hard-working constituency chairman, Chairman Somba Wiera Samba, to come and give us his welcome address.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, it's okay. Nayele tiyil kokore. Ntia former president Omemba Tekangala Yirbi la chebe wala. Na yele to yir kokora karaza wuma kuna menga wa i mbampu na yele wale kewum yale na onna yale zienga. Nadam pohen ya barka ane ya wa nombonga tende adi tuohu kamene ven ka election day Saturday nga anwana nga kutonja 99% zienga. Chen na pohe original chairman ane upoturbo nye MP bayi ampa heche chef la pohe the presidential candidate ming for 2024 tina ye kar parallele ona na wadiate kaganies ulo apara in yelenka ozienga wa aba iwo campaign onwa kuyi oyere onwa
Donate to support John Mahama to win 99% votes on May 13. Dial *248*5# to donate to all networks. Official mobile number is 059-860-4199. Building the Ghana we want together. Donate to support John Mahama to win 99%. Watch your favorite TV show in your palm. TV on the go. Download the WoezorTV app for Android on Play Store or for iOS on the Apple Store. TV made easier. WoezorTV, we go all out for you.
Yentia yepese His Excellency John Dramani Mahama esan ba biemu ne say ono o abadaye edema omangana
Mahama mre no me tuba rebe 600 me ton ye koto moto ene me tuba rebe 1000 mintumi enkoto bicycle kura
senior high school sa papa ne besi ye ba bia sabe obi yale obeda kura no sabe na eden ba papa no atumi aforso ama sa ne mayi nyina
on the 13th May no anuanu mo mesre se ba bibiara wono ya be sore waka na ya kwakoto aba no in numbers
BM 50% 60% ye pese moto e mo nya more than 90% ne hu se ampa aye biafo ono na oni madwuma ye enti maye de mahele ni mo nya mo sa kwan no so
Naliba, obi ansor na yentu aba, ema John Dramani Mahama.
Executive ni nyina yentu aba no, emfa my papa John Dramani Mahama, no nya 100%.
Say ye hwe ne ye man panyi dada John Dramani Mahama be ye ewo maimo. Enkaka jama itifi emansimwa, kukuwa asehuda na eso ni papa.
Ensese ye gya ne ho ye kofa nipa bia ma ne ba isan se ade a ewo no mu no ebetumi aboa ye German north
sese ye pese JM esan back because ye share na Ghana aho kire ene amane a ye wo mu na yetumi so no nipa osan ba obetumi ama ye ho atumi atoye
ono na oma German north wo yetumi ho nkane a ebenya akwan papa afaso ono a
enti enne de ya ye papa John Dramani Mahama ababedu ye nchen pese me kama timamfo nyina hu se ye papa no esan ba biem
we eyekom na liba obi ansor na yentu aba ema John Dramani Mahama
executive ni nyina yentu aba no emfa my papa John Dramani Mahama no nya 100%.
ye da omampanyin dada John Dramani Mahama ase se oje penny se de Ghana fo nyina ensu frɛ ne se onsambe sum ye bio no waji atum se obaba be sum ye bio
we eyefie entakwa enya abontin entakwa
mesre mabunu omo ye delegates a omo betu aba presidential primaries se mo nyina mo mpie na mo nhwe na mo ntu aba ne kese ma His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama
baby a Ghana do sese no ɛnyɛ try and error deɛ ɔwɔ experience deɛ wayɛ bi da ɛna yɛde no kɔ.
megyina ha a meka kyerɛ obi biara delegates biara sɛ ɛyɛ constituency ɛyɛ branch executive obi biara mmɔ no ho mmɔden sɛ n'aba biara no obi abɛto n'aba ama your excellency John Dramani Mahama.
People have a saying that a proper good does not market itself. It is those who know the worth of the good who will bear eloquent testimony. That like salt, if it is in a soup, you don't need anybody to tell you of his presence.
I'll say yes a million times that he should be president of the Republic of Ghana again. He's a man that delivers on his word. He's a man for the people. He's a man that listens and ensures that what is done.
I have heard in the media that people are expressing interest, but that is what democracy is all about. It's about competition for power. But as far as the rank and file of the NDC is concerned, I don't think that there is anybody now who can beat His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
President Mahama is the only choice that we have.
I see very prominent and senior members of the party. Before I proceed, let me first indicate that Your Excellency, you are very much aware that the Speaker of Parliament, this is his home. It would have been great for him to be here. You are also very much aware that he is not within the jurisdiction. He's out of the country. So he's asked me to excuse him, but wish you well in the campaign. And then he's giving you his blessings. Your Excellency, my chairman has indicated that you probably didn't have to come here. But for me, I'm so happy you are here. It is not for you to come and campaign for votes. It is the people's desire once again to see you. And secondly, to assure you that there are no options. You are the only person in the race, and we are going to give you overwhelming endorsement. I can assure you I have been to everywhere in the constituency, every branch, and the determination and resolution to vote for you 100% is great and clear. So, Your Excellency, I am assuring you that this constituency, united as we are going to produce 100% verdict for you. My chairman is entertaining fears of spoiled ballots. I can assure you that the voter education has well gone round, and then we are not going to have spoiled ballots. It is clear, and the delegates know how onerous the responsibility is to bring you to lead the party and to lead this country 2025. In fact, they know how onerous the responsibility is because they have been much aware of how this country, especially this constituency, how the entire constituency is relying on them to put you forward as our candidate so that you can rescue Ghana from the economic crisis that we have, from the challenges, right from education to health, because you have done it before. We are not going to experiment. So have our assurance. But for the want of time, we could give you a litany of activities you have done development-wise for this constituency, and that's why the people love you and want you back. You are very much aware. Obalaya ade ku garan ku pen tie ka aita pen hun na ban wa die tie ayi dogan apont na mbe Ghana che ma yele kuru kaya una tiba jo mama una yontim ba tiba la ba ni za ya ba ni aka abe so tingere Saturday anti vote
13 votes. Tobai.
Thank you very much, Honorable Soma. In fact, you did well. Let me leave it there. May I now invite the father of the region, the man who knows the way, the man who has done it before, and the man who is ready to do it again. Most people call him the super heavyweight chairman, but his real name is Abdel Nasser Sani. He is our regional chairman. He is the man who has been doing it for us. Regional chairman, the floor is now yours. Thank you very much.
Nadowli Kaleo constituency, any young voter. Nadowli constituency, any young voter. 13 December, I want to send you. 13 December, I want to send you. Good. Ya baraka. Mahama tara yala mandana yala. Constituency chama yala. KMP yala. Puobubu pong monaduku. A chairman. Ana MP. Anan constituency executive jam biche. Anan the branch executive jam yamba ya tuma achawa kartu ni anan tinja kara ku wadiya Ghana karla gani bitore kuna late ba John Dramani Mahama nti obera wala ampara nti apa wa jago boran ya non tuma kan diyel ku John anan duna ja ka 13 December tuna ku 99.9%. Jine ya wuliyan kayan ya kan gati yalna ya ko inti kaja vi jine be ma ta sagdibu blana ne azu so to bolan ka 13th May 5:30 kan wa ko constituency chairman ka wala ka jo mama nya kayar ka wala awala good okay never ka tanon kwan ne ko wa wotu biela. On this note, His Excellency, I have the singular honor to invite the man who knows the road, the man who has done it before, the man who can do it again. Who is this person? Who is this person? Former assemblyman, former MP, former deputy minister, former minister, former vice president, former president, and now the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you very much. Ezu, Eza, Hejo, MFA. Hey. Thank you very much. I'm just going to be brief. I want to acknowledge the constituency executives and all our branch executives who have gathered here today. I also want to thank the constituency chairman, our honorable MP, and our regional chairman for the kind introductions they did, endorsing me. But first, we all know on May 13th, we're going to be voting to elect our parliamentary candidate and also our presidential candidate. here in Nadowli Kalio, there are 2 people standing for the parliamentary. And so I'm going to acknowledge them and call them to stand by me so that I'll give you a message. And the first is our own brother, Honorable MP Anthony Suma. And the second is Dr. Kanyiri Bane. Thank you very much. Now, this is a contest between 2 brothers. It's the same family. And so it's a competition within the family for a vacant position. We can all contest, but when one gets it, we all rally behind the person. And I mean, since I came, the demeanor between the Honorable MP and Dr. Kanyiri, I can see that there's a rapport, and so I have no fear that whichever of them we elect, everybody else will come behind them. They say God's time is the best. It will be somebody's time today. Tomorrow too, it will be another person's time. And I want to say the ultimate objective is the 2024 elections, because Ghanaians are looking up to us to come back into government. And when we come back into government, there's a lot that everybody can do. We have positions of DCEs, we have special assistants, we have presidential staffers, we have CEOs, we have members of board, chairmen of boards, council of state, ambassadors, so many jobs that everybody can do. So the fact that we elect one of them does not mean we don't like the other. There's a lot that the other can also do. So let's go into this competition as brothers, and let God choose whoever it is for us. So thank you very much. I wish both of you good luck, and Saturday we will all be here. Thank you. You can resume your seats. In 2019, I came here, and we were running the primary. Apart from me, there were 6 other candidates, and so together were 7. Now, amongst the other candidates was my senior brother and currently the Right Honorable Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Honorable Sumana Bagbin. And I know that this is Honorable Bagbin's hometown. And so when I came, I campaigned, and I knew I was going to win the overall. But for us Northerners, we respect our elder brothers, we respect seniority. And so I had to be careful here. If I defeated my elder brother in his own hometown, it will become a big problem. And so I put the foot on the accelerator gently. I didn't push it too hard. And truly, you guys honored our brother. He won and I came second. And we've been working together. Today we're all proud of him, that he's the Right Honorable Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, the first Northerner in the history of Ghana to become a Speaker of Parliament. And so the people of Nadowli Kalio, Sombo especially, should be very proud that your son is the Speaker. And I can assure you he's doing a very good job. This is a very difficult parliament because it's what we call a hung parliament. The 2 parties all have 137, 137, and so he has to play a very skillful role. Even knowing that he's NDC, he's supposed to be neutral. So he has to be positively neutral on behalf of NDC, but positively neutral, so that he does not break the ethics of parliament. So I told him I was coming here, and unfortunately he was traveling. He's out of the country, and so I bring you greetings from him. I spoke to him 2 days ago. So the reason we're here is on Saturday we're going to vote, and I've spoken about the parliamentary one, but there's also the presidential. And the MP has assured me that you've done enough voter education on how to vote. So I'm sure that we'll reduce rejected ballots to a minimum. The major problem that creates rejected ballots is when the thumbprint crosses the line then they don't know which of the two candidates you want to vote for. And so you must normally put it right in the middle of the box. And so that's one of the things to take note. The other is, after you thumbprint, one of the major spoiler of ballots is that after people thumbprint, they forget to clean their thumbprints to make the thumb dry before they touch the ballot paper again. And so some people, as soon as they thumbprint, they hold the paper and try to fold it. And what it does is it introduces a second thumbprint. And once they see two thumbprints, they are able to reject it because they don't know who exactly you wanted to vote for. So let's take note of this so that we don't have rejected ballots. If we don't have rejected ballots, I am certain and I believe that once my brother Bagbin is not in the race, then we're going to get 100% for your younger brother. So, Ghanaians are looking up to you. Everywhere, I've been to almost every part of this country. It's just left with a few constituencies in Upper West, and then also I'll end up in Savannah. But everywhere I have gone, the message is simple and straight. They're asking NDC to come back, because in 2016 they listened to the sweet promises of the NPP and they voted us out. Even though things were going on well, we're bringing development, we're extending electricity, we're giving people good drinking water, we're building facilities in our schools, we're building community day secondary E-block schools, we're building hospitals, and so many other developmental projects that we're doing for the people. But our brothers at the NPP came and said they could do better, and that in 1.5 years they will transform Ghana. They promised one village, one dam. Every village will have a dam for dry season gardening. They promised $1 million for every constituency every year. They promised one big factory district in every district so that young people can get work to do. Now we all know that it was a political scam and that they never intended to fulfill that. They never intended to fulfill that. And so, with all the broken promises, they have always learned to play the blame game. Instead of accepting responsibility and going ahead and fixing the challenges, from 2017 they kept blaming the former president, Mahama. Anything that went wrong is Mahama, 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 Mahama. You think that I was even the president. And then when people got fed up with hearing my name, you know, and being blamed for everything, then they jumped on COVID-19. They said COVID-19 is responsible for all the problems and all that. And when it wasn't flying, then they went to Russia-Ukraine war. Russia-Ukraine is responsible for everything, you know. But the point you make is COVID-19 affected all of us, including Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, all of them. Ukraine is affecting the whole world, including Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, and all of them. But how come we are the only ones who today have declared ourselves bankrupt and that we cannot pay our debts? It's because they were borrowing at a rate that could not be sustained. And the only reason you can understand why they were borrowing at such a fast rate was because the finance minister's bank is the middleman that brokers the loans for us. And for every loan that he is able to raise for Ghana, his bank makes a commission on it. 80 of their MPs petitioned to their president to remove the finance minister because he has created an economic mess. But because the finance minister is the president's cousin, he has up till today refused to remove him. And so he's still presiding over the mess he himself created. But they say everything has an end. Whether he likes it or not, after 2024 he's going. And NDC will bring a better person to manage this economy and put it back on its feet. And so Ghanaians are calling on you to come back. We are like a bus. A new driver came who said he can drive better than everybody. And so Ghanaians gave the bus to him. As soon as he sat in the seat, first thing he put the bus in reverse. And we've been going reverse since then. The bus is going backwards instead of forward. And so NDC is going to come, put the bus back in forward gear and move Ghana forward instead of backwards. This is the farming season. I hear the price of fertilizer is about 700 cedis a bag. And you need about 4 bags per acre if you're farming. And so if you have like a 10-acre farm, just a 10-acre farm, you can imagine 40 bags of fertilizer at 700 cedis each. How many farmers can afford that? And even if you go and call a tractor to come and plow your field, today they charge between 250 and 300 cedis per acre. And so if you're even doing 10 acres, that's about 3,000 cedis. How many farmers have 3,000 cedis? And if you add the fertilizer, it's about 3,600. So 6,600 cedis, almost 7,000 cedis. How many farmers can afford this? And that is what is affecting food production. We had said we're going to set up farmer service centers so that we could provide subsidized services to farmers. I actually cut the sword for the first one in Gwelu. That was just before we left office. And this government came and discontinued it. And so when NDC comes, we're going to reintroduce it. And so every district will have a farmer service center. We'll have 10 tractors. We'll have 10 tractors, plows, harrows, trailers. We'll have power tillers. We'll have combined harvesters, everything that a farmer needs. And we'll also supply the fertilizer through the farmer service center. So all farmers who want to benefit will have to register as members of the center. And so they'll provide services for you. When it's time to farm, they'll come and plow for you. If you have money, you pay. If you don't have money, they will record it and they'll plow for you on credit. They'll supply you with the fertilizer. And when you harvest, then you can sell your crops and come and pay the debt so that the next year they can finance you again. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be like a cooperative. And so you, the farmers who are registered with the service center, will own it as a cooperative and they'll provide you with the services. That's the best way that we can help the farmers to be able to be more productive. We're also going to add agribusiness. So whatever you produce, we'll find a way of processing, buying and processing it so that our farmers can make a good income for themselves. Everything has gone in reverse. The free SHS, which is what they boast about introducing today, is a pale shadow of itself. The quality of the food is poor. The children don't stay in school long enough. 3, 4, 5 weeks, the children are back because of the traffic light system, green and yellow. And so I can assure you, when NDC comes, we're going to throw that traffic light away. And all our children are going to go to school at the same time. And when they vacate, they'll all come back home at the same time. Because we're going to finish the E-blocks quickly so that we can absorb more children. And then all the projects we're doing, the dormitory blocks, the classroom blocks, and all the projects we're doing to expand the existing secondary schools, we'll finish them quickly so that we can admit more children and be able to let them go instead of the shift system to go to school at once. Today, NHIL is not working. If you have an NHIL card, it has no use because when you go to the hospital, you don't get anything. Today, when you go to the hospital with your NHIL card, every medicine, even paracetamol, they write a prescription for you to go and buy. And so it's not working. Look at free SHS. The quality of the food they give the children is poor. And so the children come home and they've all grown very lean. You have to keep them at home and feed them well before you can bring them out. We're going to come and make sure that all this is properly repaired and Ghana is put back on its feet. With regards to the primary for the presidential, that one is just a small hurdle. We're putting it aside. Our main target is the 2024 election. And as I've said, it's a do or die affair. We're going to match them boot to boot. And we're going to make sure that the election is transparent, free and fair. We're not going to cheat anybody, and we also will not allow anybody to cheat us. And I know that if the election is transparent, free and fair, there's no doubt in my mind that by the grace of God, NDC would win this election. And so we're going to have to work hard. And as I've said, you, the branch executives, you are the owners of the party. NDC belongs to you. You are the majority shareholders. All of us are minority shareholders because you, the branch executives, form the majority of the party. And that is why in NDC, we allow all our 9-member executives to be the ones to choose the presidential candidate and the parliamentary candidate, which is what we're going to do on Saturday. All of you 9 members, you're going to come, we're going to put the ballot boxes here, and you are going to determine who becomes the leader of the party as the presidential candidate and who becomes your parliamentary candidate. And that is because you are the majority shareholders of the party. The party belongs to you. And so I've said and I've told everybody that 2024 elections is our branch executives who are going to execute it. Because in every branch of yours, there's a polling station, there's a ballot box. And you know all the houses in your branch. And so you're all going to go door to door. You see the way Jehovah's Witnesses go from door to door, preaching the Bible. Now it's going to be NDC witnesses preaching the NDC message. You are going to do door to door, house to house, and preach the NDC message. And we're going to give you little leaflets that include the achievements of NDC and what NDC intends to do its program when it comes back into office. And we're going to train you to explain that message to the people. And so when you go, after talking to them, you leave the leaflets with them so that they can read it further and be able to follow our message. And so you are going to do that. And we're going to equip you to be able to do it. So the logistics that you need, the t-shirts that you need, the posters that you need, the scarves, the caps, the bicycles, the motorcycles, even money, pickup trucks that you need, we're going to make sure that we make them available to you. And when we make them available to you, we are going to bring them directly so that we don't get a complaint that the branch executives didn't get what we brought. Every year we print hundreds of thousands of t-shirts. We print hundreds of thousands of women's scarves. We print hundreds and thousands of caps. And yet you go on campaign and you find the branch executives and nobody has a t-shirt or a cap or a scarf. That is going to change. Because we know how many constituencies we have, we know how many branches we have. And so we're going to load those things in Accra, and they're not coming to Wa before they come to Nadowli. They're going to come to Nadowli Kalio straight. And when they come, you will be responsible for sharing it yourselves. Because you send 3 people from each branch, chairman, secretary, women's organizer. You come and count the items that have come from Accra. And then you share it equally amongst all the branches. And then everybody will take a share back to his branch, and then you go and start working. I believe that that's the only way we can make sure that these things are fairly shared and that our branch executives receive their fair share of the logistics that we will be bringing. Aside from that, I've said that you're not going to work for nothing. We're going to look at your results. And for those of you who increase your results the highest in your branch in the 2024 election, all the 9-member executives in that branch are going to receive a handsome and beautiful reward. So that must make you work hard so that you'll be among the branches that were able to score the highest votes in the constituency. We're going to measure by percentage, not by absolute numbers. So those who increase their votes by the highest percentage are going to get a handsome reward. And like I've said, when we come into office, we're not going to deny you the opportunities that Ghana has. Any opportunity that is available, you will also benefit and get your fair share. And if we come, for instance, to taking school feeding caterers to cook for our children in primary and JHS, our women's organizers will make sure that you also are involved and you get your fair share of those contracts so that you also can earn some income. And I said the same thing. If we're going to recruit into the government services, into the army, the police, the prisons, immigration, fire service, we'll make sure that the children of our branch executives also have a fair opportunity to be able to go into these services so that they also can get employed and be able to earn an income. And so we're going to work hard On 7th December 2024, none of us is going to sleep. We're going to stay awake. All the 9-member executives, you wake up early in the morning. By 7 a.m., you must be at the polling station. And then you should vote first. Then after you vote, go to house in your branch. And all those you know are NDC members, go and pull them out and send them to the polling station to go and vote. That will be your job. And then at the end of the day, when the voting is ended, you go and join the 2 polling agents at the polling station. And you stay there with them. You watch the parliamentary count. You stay and watch the presidential count. You wait until they sign all the pink sheets for parliamentary and presidential. And when they've signed it and you've got your pink sheets, then your work is done. You have to deliver the pink sheet to the appropriate place, we'll show you, and then you can go and sleep. Because I want that by dawn of the next day, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., we can send you a message and tell you that we have won the election. And I know that that is going to happen. Inshallah, it will happen by the grace of God. And so we are going to be there for you, and we know you're going to work hard. If God opens an opportunity for you, you don't sit down and think that it will come. You have to wake up and go and get it. And I know you guys are all going to work hard for it. And so I'll not talk too long. I'll just thank you very much for leaving everything you've done to come here. And I also wish our 2 brothers the best of luck on Saturday. And it's God who gives. And so we will talk. Licensure, when we start the main campaign, I will address that issue. Okay? Alawa? Why is it not coming? No Alawa? Oh my God. And so I thank you all very much. And I wish to say good afternoon to all our younger brothers in the college here. Thank you. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Watch your favorite TV show in your palm. TV on the go. Download the WoezorTV app for Android on Play Store or for iOS on the Apple Store. TV made